I know halftime hasn't quite started yet for Thursday Night Football. Packers trying to move into scoring position, but I need to get on here early to give you guys time. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this halftime edition of Believers Talk, where we preview the game coming up for our Buffalo Bills this weekend. And guys, what a big game it is. They don't get much bigger in September. You have two 3-0 teams going at the only matchup of two 3-0 teams this weekend as the New England Patriots, the evil empire, come into Buffalo, come into New Era Stadium, field, whatever you want to call it, and they play our Buffalo Bills. Welcome, Bill the Kid. Welcome to Believers Talk, guys. I'm going to let everyone get in here, give you guys all the time to get settled before we get into the pregame. Again, I know that the Packers are going to score here, or going to try to score here before. What happened? Looks like they got in the field goal range. Looks like they're inside the red zone. Give me 1 second here. Again, guys, thanks for coming. Again, my name is Joe. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Comment over to the right. Thanks, Bill Kid. Glad you can join me. Always glad to have you guys in here. But right now, I'm getting a text asking me I'm having trouble streaming, and I don't know why. Obviously, one of you got in here, right? George Orlando, welcome to Believers Talk. You guys can see me okay, sounds okay. I'm getting some texts saying that I might be having some trouble, but as long as you guys are coming in here, maybe getting the notifications, I hope. Again, guys, after you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Will notify you when we go live. During the regular season, we go live every Thursday for my pregame of the opponent coming up. Go live every Monday for the postgame. And then don't forget, Believers Talk teaming up with Hashtag Sports to give you the best 2019 live play-by-play and reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game. The guys over at Hashtag Sports, Mario and Paul, have you covered this Sunday, so don't miss out. Great guys over there. They do a great job. They did week 1. I did weeks 2 and weeks 3. They will be doing week 4. I'll be back weeks 5 and week 7 to have you covered. Also, I'll be covering a game during the bye week, which I'll let you guys vote on my Twitter account. So guys, in the description below are all the links that you need for continuing Buffalo Bills content, whether it be Sportscaster, whether it be Hashtag Sports YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, all that stuff down there. Also an Amazon affiliate. Click on the Amazon link and shop for all your Buffalo Bills merchandise there on Amazon, or whatever you need to shop. Maybe you need some light bulbs around the house or something. Just go to Amazon, helps out the channel, and also hit that like button. It also helps out the channel. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Good here, Joe. Awesome. Let's go Buffalo. Thanks, George Orlando. Evil Crazy, what's up? Thanks for joining me again. Welcome as we get ready. Chris Spencer, perfect. Glad to have you all in here as we get ready to preview this game between our Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. I know that we are all excited about this game. Can't wait to play the New England Patriots. I know that New Era is going to be rocking this Sunday as Tom Brady comes into town. And we heard the quotes from Tom Brady. Tom Brady's giving us a little bit of billboard material today as he talked about quieting the Buffalo Bills fan base, looking up in the crowd and only seeing Patriots fans left at the end of a game. We really hope that's not the case this Sunday. Again, the Bills team looking pretty good. Obviously, the New England Patriots looking more impressive at this point from the eye test, right? Although we've both had weak schedules. New England's been able to blow these teams away, while Buffalo's just held on in a couple of these games, right? Or come back against both the Jets and the Bengals, teams that we maybe should have beat more easier than we did on those games. But hey, we beat them. We're 3-0. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Brian? Hit that like button. Absolutely, Brian. Thanks a lot. Hit that like button, guys. That helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button as we will continue to keep you covered through the 2019 NFL season. Like I said, I go live every Thursday, every Monday. I'll keep you covered on the play-by-play during the weeks that I'm doing it. And then also I post a video every Wednesday, give my picks for the week. And I'll go live with any breaking news. Normally I go live on Fridays at some point to give an injury report heading into the weekend. So you want to catch that as well. Again, once you hit that subscribe button, guys, hit that notification bell. It'll keep you notified when I get on here. So again, thank you for joining me. Let's talk about Fantastic Fish. Welcome. Like time to like Godzilla movie. Hey, I like Godzilla. I'm a fan. But anyway, welcome Fantastic Fish. Always glad to have you in here. So let's talk about this game. Let's talk about the keys to victory for this one, right? I mean, some of these are pretty obvious, right? We talk about no turnovers. That's one of the most obvious keys to victory in any game. But when you look deeper into that, when I say no turnovers, I think that includes no fumbles, where like the one that Allen had this past weekend. We cannot put the ball on the turf. I think we have like 6 fumbles this year. Now only 2 or 3 of them have been lost fumbles, but we just need to keep the ball off the ground, guys. That's all I'm saying. Keep the ball off the ground. Smart throws early on. The past 3 games we've really started by passing more than running the ball. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to expect. The Patriots, the #1 run defense currently in the NFL. I think one of the things we can't do is abandon the run. I think we need to run the ball, whether it be Devin Singletary, who is back in practice today. I still don't expect to see him that much in this game, guys. You have to remember, in the first 2 weeks, he only had 10 carries combined. I don't know how much we expect to see of Devin Singletary coming off a hamstring injury. He might still only get somewhere between 5 to 10 carries in this game. Let's just hope he makes the most out of those carries. Whether it be Josh Allen scrambling out of the pocket, making plays happen with his feet. We all know how good Josh Allen is at extending plays. Now, sometimes those don't turn into good plays, but for the most part, he's good at extending plays, making good things happen. We need him to do that here, as the Bills wide receivers against the Patriots secondary is going to be a big matchup to watch. We didn't have the wide receivers that we had last season, right? Last season, our wide receiver core, one of the worst in the NFL. You remember the drop video. You remember all that information, guys. We need them to do better this week as we get ready for the game against the New England Patriots. We need them to be on the same page. But I got you loud and clear. Awesome. Bills got to be mistake-free, and that's what we have to do to beat teams like the New England Patriots, guys. We have to be mistake-free. We have to play a perfect game or close to perfect, the best game we played so far this year. And we have to have some help with some mistakes by the Patriots, right? Which are rare for the New England Patriots to make. We have to get pressure on Tom Brady. Everyone talks about the way to beat Tom Brady, the way to beat this Patriots team is to get pressure on them. Well, going into week 4, Tom Brady's only been sacked 3 times, guys. Only been sacked 3 times, and the New England Patriots defense, they're tied for the league lead with 13 sacks. So we need to change those numbers. We need to change that. We need to be able to get to Tom Brady. And guys, I know we haven't blown away anyone with sacks. I think we have 6 this season so far. I have it written down here. But we have 6 this season so far. We need to be able to get to Tom Brady a little bit more. We also are close to the league lead in QB hits, however. So, if these teams like Andy Dalton, for example, getting the ball out quicker against the Buffalo Bills, and there's a reason for that. But Tom Brady is one of those guys who's always getting the ball out of his hands quickly. So we need to be able to get some pressure on him. We need to be able to hit him, maybe get some sacks, maybe force him to throw some errant balls, maybe get some turnovers that way as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I'm really looking forward to this game, as I'm sure most of you are. But for all the talk going on this week, all the Bills players, what they are saying is 100% right. This is a game in September. I know it's a divisional matchup, so it has that extra little oomph to it, but we can't treat it for more than what it is, right? Now, if we get blown out by the Patriots, obviously that's never going to be a good sign. If we get blown out like they've blown out the first 3 opponents, then we have some problems. But if we are able to stay in this game, even win this game, then obviously people have to be on the lookout for the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is a home game, so we expect our crowd to really be in it. The players cannot get too excited, too emotional in the first couple series, right? We cannot have stupid penalties because we're just getting overhyped, overamped in this game. So that's something we have to watch out for. We want our emotions to be on a high, especially for the players, right? You want your emotions to be on a high, but you don't want them to be too high. You want to treat this kind of like any other game. You want to treat this like you would week 1, week 2, week 3. Let's go Buffalo. Chris Spencer, Scott Blakely, welcome to Believers Talk. Oliver can make a huge difference. George Orlando, for some reason it's asking me if I want high or whatever, but no stupid penalties, like George Orlando said. Absolutely no stupid penalties. We saw what happened tonight with the Bennett hit, one of the first plays of the game, I believe it was, where Bennett came in and hit one of the wide receivers who is now out had to be carted off the field. We can't do that. We hope there's never any injuries in the game, either on either side, but we cannot get stupid penalties in this game. We cannot help the Patriots out, basically, is what we're trying to say. And that includes, of course, the turnovers. That includes the penalties. That includes special teams. Another thing we're seeing in tonight's game is Green Bay is giving Philadelphia easy field position. And we've seen it from the Buffalo Bills. Cincinnati had a return for a touchdown that was luckily called back. The Jets had a big punt return, or I'm sorry, the Giants had a big punt return where Eli Manning threw a pick 2 plays later. That's not going to happen against the New England Patriots. There's not going to be a hold called on a kick return for a touchdown. Tom Brady is not going to throw an interception 2 plays after a huge punt return. They're going to take care of the ball. They're going to do everything they can to take care of the ball. So what do we need? We get pressure on Tom Brady. Our secondary needs to continue to play lights out. Guys, I said this Monday during the post-game video. We've had 2 games now out of the 3 that we've played where the quarterback going against us has not completed a pass in the first quarter. We need to keep that up. If we can keep Tom Brady from completing a pass in the first quarter, then we're doing something right. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that means we're doing something right. This run defense needs to continue to step up. We all know that the New England Patriots fullback's going to be out, right? He's injured, and he's a big part of that run game. If you watch Patriots game, a lot offside I formation or I formations on their run. So we need to take advantage of that. We need to be able to stop Deion Lewis or whoever's back there running the ball. We need to be able to stop them to minimal gains. I'm talking 3 to 4 yards per carry when they get the ball. We trust our secondary, right? We can absolutely trust our secondary. We know they have good receivers with Dorsett, with Edelman if he plays. We know Gordon too. We know what they have to offer, but our secondary needs to step up, needs to make some big plays. Talking about Hyde, talking about Poyer, talking about White, of course. Levi Wallace, Saran Neal, you need to step up. Kevin Johnson, you need to play to a higher level. These are all things that you need to do in order for us to maybe have this upset, right? A lot of people are counting us out. The only people who seem not to be counting us out are fans of Bills Mafia. Now, are we biased, or do we see something that the national media doesn't? And I think it could be a little bit of both. I think when people say it's a surprise that we're 3-0, I say no. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you expected us to be 3-0, partially due to the schedule, right? We knew the teams that we were playing when we came into it, playing both New Jersey teams who we thought would have a rocky season. Maybe the Jets we weren't so sure about, right? Unfortunately, injury bug hitting the Jets pretty hard at the moment. But then also the Cincinnati Bengals. There was nothing about Cincinnati that was any more special or spectacular than the past 2 or 3 seasons, and they haven't played that well. Andy Dalton has played better than he has throughout his whole career, and yet they still find themselves with a losing record, but they're the only team we played with a win under their belt, which means the Buffalo Bills have played a team with a win under the belt. The New England Patriots still waiting to do that, and that's what they get this weekend when they play the Buffalo Bills. Now, again, I think this New England Patriots team is a strong team. I don't think that their wins are a fluke or anything like that. I think this could be a really competitive game. Again, I definitely see Buffalo covering the spread here. I think a 7-point spread is a little insulting. But I could definitely see the Bills winning this game. I think it's a very winnable game for our Buffalo Bills. Everyone's showing that clip from I forget what year of Sports Illustrated when the Buffalo Bills beat the Patriots in Buffalo to be 3-0 and asking if we can do it again. I think it's possible. Josh Allen, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. We all remember week 1, right? 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles in the first half. Again, if we give the Patriots extra possessions, they're going to take advantage. We need a game like that Giants game where there were no mistakes as far as turnovers go, right? No interceptions, no fumbles. It was just a clean game by everyone involved. So that's the kind of game we need from Josh Allen. Again, creating plays with his feet, extending plays. We need to see more out of Robert Foster and Zay Jones. They need to show up. Again, Bill Belichick is great at taking away your primary target. So we are pretty sure Brown's going to be taken away. We know Gilmore will probably be on Brown most of the day. So we need Beasley to make plays in the middle field. Listen, Beasley's still always getting open. So find a mismatch for him and get him open. We need to find Zay Jones. Zay Jones needs to make some good critical catches. They will spy Josh Allen. You know what? They spied Josh Allen. The Dolphins spied Josh Allen last year with Kiko Alonso, and he made Kiko look foolish. Now, again, they do have the #1 defense currently in the league, but I think Josh Allen can still extend plays. He doesn't necessarily have to run the ball that much, right? He does not need to run, but he can extend plays with his legs. And the spy, if he's really truly spying him, he's not going to go after Josh Allen until Josh Allen rolls out of that pocket. And by that time, Josh Allen's still looking downfield for wide receiver. We've seen what happened week 1, week 3, I think, or no, week 2 and week 3 when he's rolling to his right. He hit John Brown, both of them, beautiful passes while on the run. I think he can do that again. That's what he needs to do. He needs to make plays like that throughout this game in order to beat the New England Patriots. But that means the wide receivers need to keep hustling back to the ball, right? If they see their quarterbacks in trouble, they need to find a way to get open. So that includes Robert Foster, that includes Zay Jones. And another big name that's really not getting talked about that I think needs to, Andre Roberts. Andre Roberts can be a huge factor in this game. If you talk about special teams, right? Yeah, I think Andre Roberts can flip field position, which is also very important. Some of those 5 wide sets, him and McKenzie, another big name, they might be able to be the difference makers in this game because those are the guys that might not be accounted for by a Bill Belichick type defense. Your 5th wide receiver, you need Dawson Knox to get in this game. We also saw what Dawson Knox can do in the open field last week when he just blew up half the Cincinnati Bengals defense. We need the tight ends to get active early in this one. Just give the Patriots something else to think about. Because here's the thing about the New England Patriots that no one really talks about. Their in-game adjustments, right? They're one of the best teams at in-game adjustments. So what does that mean? That means we need to use multiple wide receivers, multiple tight ends. We need to give them as many looks as we can to confuse them, to keep them guessing what is going on with this team. We've seen what this Patriots team can do, especially on offense, when they're going against the same defense every year. Look how they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Perfect example of this, right? Pittsburgh Steelers are known for running a cover 2 vanilla defense, and the Patriots pick it apart every single time. Just look at Tom Brady's numbers against against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's unreal. And you would think a Pittsburgh Steelers team that's normally good, I know they're not this year, would do better against Tom Brady, and they just don't. Well, why is that? Because they believe that if you run the same defense, that you should be able to beat them running what you do. If you play to your best caliber, you should be able to beat them. That's not always the case, right? We need to be able to switch up our defense a little bit, switch up our offense. We know that Coach McDermott, Leslie Frazier, they love showing blitzes and then peeling back at the last second. So hopefully that leads to a little confusion for Tom Brady. Obviously, the noise at New Era will be a factor as well. So I look forward to seeing that. Good sign Singletary in practice, even though limited. Yeah, I think he might play Sunday, but again, I think his role will be more limited than what people are thinking. He will have somewhere between 5 to 10 carries, just like he did week 1 and week 2. I don't think you're going to see him getting anywhere between 15 and 20 carries this game. I think Frank Gore still gets the majority of the load in this game, but it's nice to have that little weapon out there in Devin Singletary, something else the Patriots, again, have to be accounted for. So like I said, and we all know this, guys, we have to get pressure on Tom Brady. We are currently tied for 16th in sacks with 7. Brady has only been sacked 3 times, so we talked about that. Protect Josh Allen. Pats are tied in first with sacks with 13 sacks so far this year. They're tied with the Jaguars, who had 9 sacks just last week, so that's why they're up there in that number, but they're tied for first place. Allen's only been sacked 5 times this season, so we talk about our offensive line and how we're unhappy with it a lot. But for that being said, he's only been sacked 5 times. Now, some of that is due to the fact that he has that scramble ability. Some of that is due to the fact that he can rush up the middle. High pressure makes Brady human. Absolutely, that's absolutely right, Scott. You do not lie when you say that, and that's something that we have to continue to look at this week as we get ready to play the New England Patriots. My third key to victory, and I talked about this a little bit, don't abandon the run. I know that the Patriots have the first overall run defense currently in the NFL, but we got Frank Gore, we got Devin Singletary. Josh Allen can make plays with his feet, and we do have TJ Yeldon. Hold on to the ball, TJ, but we have TJ Yeldon back there as well. So we have a chance to continue to run the ball, continue to bring in fresh legs, right? Whether you switch out Singletary for Gore or Gore for Yeldon or Yeldon back for Singletary, continue to keep fresh legs on the field. They just got done playing a Jets team who has one back in Le'Veon Bell, right? They do have Ty Montgomery, but you know that Le'Veon Bell is going to be the main focal point of that team. We can't have that. We have to continue to alternate our running backs so that way the Jets keep guessing. Welcome, Anthony. If Motor is healthy, we will crush them. Our defense will shut down Brady. Last year, if you look at last year, our defense did shut down Tom Brady. And again, we haven't lost much of the defense from last year. Our corners and our safeties are the exact same. So we have to believe that that's what we can do in this game. We can shut down their wide receivers, shut down Tom Brady. Again, we need to be able to we can't let Tom Brady get comfortable. And this is a team that no longer has Rob Gronkowski either. So with that tight end, hopefully our linebackers can do a better job guarding their tight ends. You're talking about Edmonds, Milano, and then Zoe, of course, can do a great job defending the tight ends, whichever side they're on, and then we can continue to get pressure on Tom Brady. We know that Harrison Phillips is out, and what a great sign, guys, to see Harrison Phillips helping out the defensive tackles, even though he's hurt, right? We see him at practice, hasn't even had surgery yet on his torn ACL, but we see him at practice trying to yell things out to the defensive tackles taking his place. You're talking about Jordan Phillips, you're talking about Star Latule, you're talking about Ed Oliver. These guys need to step up. We brought Kyle Pecco on from the practice squad. Not sure how much we're going to see him this Sunday in this game, but I think we'll see him limited at least, and he'll have to play a big role in this victory. Another thing we need to talk about is when we can't get to Tom Brady, get your hands up. We've seen the linebackers, we've seen the defensive line able to tip passes at the line, deflect passes at the line, one of which led to an interception. We need to continue to do that because once you pat a ball up in the air, anything can happen. So continue to get your hands up, continue to make Tom Brady think about where he's going to go with that ball, and then hopefully we'll get some deflections, maybe turn into a turnover, have the ball going the other way. We need to be the team that gets extra possessions, right? We need to be the team that forces the turnovers. We need to be the team that holds the ball when we're on offense. Time possession will be huge in this game. Remember last week how much we controlled time possession in the first half? We need to continue to do that this week as well. If you look at Tom Brady against the Buffalo Bills, normally it's the other way around, right? New England normally kills us in time possession, and that's why they continue to win these games. You look at that Monday night game last year, then I think they had 38 minutes compared to our 22 minutes, something around there, where they had control of time possession. So we need to flip that on them if we want to have a chance to win this game. Going through some comments, how is Feliciano? I have not heard. Well, Feliciano said that his neck feels a lot better today than it did the previous couple days. He's able to move it a little bit better. Was at practice, so that's good to see. He sounds like he'll be good to go for at least limited work come Sunday against the New England Patriots. So that's what we're hoping to see John Feliciano there. And the mouthfeel will frustrate him to tears. And I hope that's the case, but I don't believe that this is the first time New England's come to Buffalo and the Bills fans have not been waiting for him, right? You talk about the Monday night game last season. You talk about a few other times where the Bills have looked good going up against New England at home and just haven't come out with the best result. I think Tom Brady is not someone who can get rattled. I'm not looking to rattle Tom Brady. I'm hoping that we can rattle some of the other guys to make some big mistakes, in the game. Hopefully, maybe Josh Gordon or Philip Dorsett, whoever it might be, we can make them make mistakes. But I don't think you're going to rattle Tom Brady at this point in his career. 3 straight home games after bye. Absolutely, this is a huge game, guys. Again, this is a stretch of 5 home games in 6 weeks, and we talked about that in my preseason video, talking about our predictions, and I thought it was very important that coming out of our bye week, the Bills go at least 2-3 if they want to have a shot to make the playoffs. I think that's very doable. I think that's easy to do actually from this point. But obviously we have to go week to week, and this week it's the Patriots. And the only reason why we have to look at this Patriots game with more emphasis than most other games is because it is one of our divisional games. And if we want to think that we have a chance to win this division, we have to go through New England. And this is how it happens, guys. This is where it starts. This is where we really start to believe, or at least the outside media really starts to believe that this team can do it. Again, a win would be great here, but as I talked about on Monday, we've already won the first quarter of the season, right? This is our 4th game. This will complete the first quarter of the season, and we always hear about guys talking about how we break the season up in quarters. First 4 games, second 4 games, third 4 games, and fourth 4 games. Well, we've already won our first 3, which means we won 3 out of 4 in the first quarter at least, at minimum. So we really have nothing to lose here. So I expect to see some exotic play calling from Dable. I want to see Dable have a great game play calling. I expect to see different matchups as far as blitzing goes on defense. I hope to see a few more blitzes than what we've seen so far this season out of our Buffalo Bills. A lot of times we have come in and faked the blitz and then pulled back at the last minute. I want to see some of those actually be blitzes, right? Now we know last week we saw Cincinnati beat a blitz with the screen pass to Joe Mixon, so we have to be ready for that as well. But I think we need to get some pressure on Tom Brady. Force him to think about things that he normally doesn't have to think about, or at least not this season. I mean, you look at the New England Patriots opponents so far this year. You're talking about the Dolphins, you're talking about the Jets. I mean, these are teams that are still winless in this season. You're talking about the Steelers, again, another team winless so far this season. Their opponents right now are 0-9, and again, I'm not saying the Bills are much better at 1-8, but they haven't played the toughest competition. This will be their first true test. This will be our first true test. Let's see who can get it done, guys. Again, I'm very excited. I hope you're excited as well. Personally, I'm not sure if it's a mental warfare, but I'm tired of all the reference to the Patriots from McDermott. Don't disrespect, but enough is enough. Well, again, you also have to You also have to realize the questions he's being asked, right? He's being asked about the Patriots, and he's not going to do a Tom Brady and give the Patriots billboard material, because that's all anyone's going to talk about. I've seen the Buffalo newspaper already that says "Bring on the Patriots" that was printed out Monday, and how everyone's laughing at them for doing that, right? Who cares? Who cares what's talked about? But yeah, there's no reason to add fuel to a fire. Just whatever he's asked, just say, hey, I have respect for them. They do a good job, yada, yada, yada. Just give them that vanilla, lip service, if you will, that they want to hear. They're looking for McDermott to break, and as long as McDermott doesn't break, then I'm happy with it. I'm cool with it. I don't care what he says in front of the podium, as long as the message is getting across to the players on the field during practice, during meetings, whatever the case might be. As long as the message is getting to the team there, again, I don't care what the media thinks. We don't care what the media thinks that we're a vanilla team that beat easy opponents, as long as we know that this team can be something special. I truly believe that. Again, beginning of the season, I just finished going 11-5. I just winning this matchup against the Patriots. I still hold those things to be true. I think we can beat the Patriots this week. So, guys, again, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, guys, hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment, and again, hashtag sports, giving you live play-by-play reaction to the game this Sunday against the New England Patriots. Again, links in the description below. Be sure to check them out. If you haven't already subscribed to them, subscribe to them as well. Again, reporters set up questions. Chris Spencer, so do I, Joe. I want some stunts and I want Oliver to have a breakout game in this one. I'm not saying that we've been holding Oliver back. I'm not saying that we've been holding Singletary back, but I want to see them both have breakout games. And I do want to bring up a point that was brought up in one of the Buffalo Bills YouTube channels I watched just recently, just today actually, about how the Buffalo Bills have scored mostly when Ty Nseki's on the field compared to Cody Ford. At tackle, Ty Nseki is absolutely destroying compared to Cody Ford. And, if that's the case, I want to see more of Ty Nseki. The problem is, in 2 of the 3 games, he's gotten hurt. So maybe it's a durability issue. They don't want Ty Nseki out there too much, so he does not hurt himself. It was Blindside Sports, Buffalo Blindside Sports, I believe, is what they call themselves over there. Good channel, too, so check them out as well. But yeah, I just expect to see a great game this Sunday. I hope you do too. I'll look forward to it. Again, some of my keys to victory, obviously no turnovers, right? One of the biggest keys to victory. 7 out of 8 touchdowns. Thanks, Scott. No turnovers. We have had 6 turnovers so far. We cannot put the ball on the turf. We cannot give the Patriots extra possessions. We need to get pressure on Brady. We need to protect Josh Allen. Again, the Patriots, surprisingly, one of the top defenses in the league right now, 13 sacks already this season. And then again, guys, don't abandon the run. And we need to play a full game. I talked about last week in my 3 keys to victory. We didn't play a full game. We escaped with a victory anyway. We need to play a full 4 quarters for the first time this season. We need to be able to beat this team if we think we have a shot this division. And guys, I think we have a shot at this division. So again, thank you for joining me on Billievers Talk. Again, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you're watching this not live, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this game coming up this Sunday. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Again, I'll probably talk to you all tomorrow when I do an injury report before the weekend, the last day of practice. We'll know a little bit more about who's going to play, who's not going to play, as Coach McDermott will tell the media after practice then. So I look forward to talking to you all then. Until I do, go Bills.